I'm back again to help you build your first espresso setup at home under 20,000 and 25,000. So there are two options which you can think about. So the two ways I'm talking about, one is majorly manual focused and the other one is using an espresso machine. So we are going to talk about that. So why I'm specifically mentioning these manual espresso makers is that they give you a bit more control and have a bit more better espresso quality compared to the machines which are in this particular price range, but it has a much more longer workflow compared to these machines and can be a bit of a learning curve to understand. So the first option which you can think of is the Vacaco Presso. It's also a manual espresso maker. The second option which I'm talking about is the Flare Neo. It is also a manual espresso maker giving you the complete control on all the parameters. So these range from 10,000 to 12,000. So you can choose whichever one you want if you are someone who really enjoys the espresso and want to control all the parameters from the start. Next, let's talk about the grinder. As you guys know, grinder is one of the most important part of any setup, and I'm gonna suggest you something which will work with both the espresso machine as well as the manual espresso maker. So what I'm gonna suggest you is a Tymo C3S. It's a very espresso capable grinder. Keep in mind that it might take you a lot of time to grind, maybe a minute or two, and it is an arm workout. Let me warn you about that. So you can think of that. The other ones which are there, which are espresso capable, they go a bit higher, somewhere around 10,000 rupees, but the Tymo C3S would be somewhere around 6,500 rupees. So it's finally time to talk about the espresso machine. If you're someone who's lazy and who does not want a longer workflow, just wants some good milk-based coffees, then this is something which you can go for. DeLonghi Dedica EC685 is the machine which I'm going to recommend you. And along with that, I would suggest you to buy a non-pressurized basket, because the baskets which come along with the machine, they are pressurized baskets and they are not really focused towards good extraction. So a non-pressurized basket with the espresso machine and the Tymo C3S, I think you're really good to start off as a beginner. Let's talk about the totals. In case if you go ahead with a manual one, then somewhere around 12,000 rupees for the manual espresso maker, 6,500 for the Tymo C3S. And in case if you want something which is on the milk side occasionally, then you can definitely think of a French press and texture the milk using the French press. Now in case if you're going ahead with the second option, the DeLonghi Dedica EC685, that will cost you around 15,000 rupees. On top of that, the Tymo C3S would be around 6,500, and you can account for 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees depending upon which is non-pressurized basket you go for. So that will still be lower than 25,000 rupees for the second option and for under 20,000 rupees for the first option. Let me know what your thoughts are, and in case if you want more such different options based upon your budget, comment down below. Happy brewing!